Look, I don't know if it's gonna make it to USA Network, but watching it live while it was airing, they accidentally leaked who the #1 entrant is. I'm not gonna show it. I'm not gonna say it, out of respect. But it's definitely on the internet. It's pretty easy to find. But yeah. Oops. Let's talk about SmackDown. SmackDown overall was okay. It was nothing groundbreaking, but it actually wasn't the worst. You can kind of tell it's like they're kind of waiting for the Rumble to be over with. A lot of conclusions, a lot of just setting up for that. So, perfect example with the opening segment. Cody comes out. He's like, talking his talk, yada yada yada. He's like, I could win my 3rd Rumble, and the crowd just says no. Like, no, we don't want that. Earlier in the day, they did the kickoff show. Jay did the same thing. They said no. It's very clear who they don't want to win. It's pretty clear. Randy comes out. He's like, look, when you're desperate, you're dangerous, but I'm deadly. Talk that talk, Randy. Talk that talk. You ain't winning, but talk that talk. Then Jay comes out. He, does the running back. And then Sammy comes out. He's like, okay, yeah, I'm 0-11. Jesus Christ. First of all, how are you 0-11 against one person? Like, what are you doing? At this point, cheat. Shoot him. Don't do that. But, like, come on now. At a certain point, 0-11 is nuts. And it's very likely you go 0-12. So, at a certain point, Sammy, you gotta just lock in and just start cheating, bro. But anyway, he did say, I'm undefeated in Saudi. So, one of those things gonna come to an end. They're probably gonna lose in Saudi, my G. Probably gonna lose. Then, strangely enough, Paul Heyman comes out. He lays his division as he always do, and that leads to a 4v4 in the main event. And honestly, it was a good match. I think it was pretty clear it wasn't gonna end in a definitive win or lose for anybody. The Royal Rumble is tomorrow. They don't want to make anybody look weak. So obviously Drew can get involved. He calls a DQ. Jacob comes out, attacks from behind. Then Cody attacks Jacob. And then when Drew went to go attack Cody, Sammy a little bit kicks him. He leaves the title on the floor. And then Cody and Sammy both pick up at the same time. He's looking at it like, whoa, what are you doing? What are you doing? And then at the show, right before the show ends, Braun Breaker spit them both on top. Shout out to Braun Breaker. He's currently like the favorite to win it, besides like Roman in the men's division. Made a whole video on it. Click it, like it, go watch it. Shout out to him. Another thing on the show that I really liked was the US Open Challenge. As always, they are cooking. Ray Phoenix answered the challenge this time. Good match. Shout out to them. We had a women's tag match, Charlexa and the Judgment Day. Nice little match. Stephanie got involved towards the end with Raquel. Solidifying they're going to have that match on Monday. Why not the Rumble? I think we know why. I don't have to say it. Yeah, that's probably the reason why she's not having a match tomorrow. Nice little thing, but like after that, it was a little backstage segment, right? Jordan Graves was talking, yeah, I'm gonna win the Rumble, yada yada yada. But Jay just sneaks like straight out of nowhere, right? They start throwing hands. Let the good hands commence. I said, ooh, we can't wait for that match. Probably getting it, if not next week. I don't see them. Maybe they can extend it to the Chamber, maybe. But I most likely think they're gonna just do it on SmackDown right before it, or 2 weeks later or something like that. Can't wait for that. It's gonna be pretty good. I don't think Jordan wins, but nice little feud before WrestleMania for Jade. That's cool. We finally had an ending to the Johnny versus Fraction thing. It was okay. It was fun, for a little bit, but they started to drag it a little bit. It started going on for like a month. I was like, okay, we don't really need this whole match shenanigans. But the ending was fun though. So Johnny took off Axie's mask, and then he was like, oh my face, no, luchador stuff, right? Can't show your face. So he has the old mask, the blue one. He puts it on, hits him with his finisher, gets his other mask back. That was cool. That was fun. It's ended though, Let's put him back in the tag division. That'd be great. Put him in the tag division. That's a tag team. Revitalize that. Speaking of the tag division, Tama and Shinsuke had a very interesting segment, right? Tama comes out, this little, I guess the locker room is outside, apparently. I don't know if it's the outside or the ceiling looks like outside, but I think they're outside. But Thomas comes up to Shinsuke. He's like, yo, you used to be the man, homie. In high school, you was the man, homie. Like, you know, you know. He said, yo, you kind of washed, bro. You might have to leave like AJ. Just was like, all right, you know what? Next week, I'm going to give you a gift. And while he was doing it, he was looking at the tag titles. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that means Shinsuke's going to come out and have a tag match or is going to lead to something. I don't know, but that's very interesting to see. Watch out for that. AJ came out. He talked to the crowd. He said, yo, don't worry about me. We're going to win. We're going to have a whole phenomenal tour, farewell tour like John Cena, and a lot of one more times. You know what I mean? Cody, Punk, you know, the usual. But then Gunther comes out. He's like, yo, I'm in your career like I did Cena. Yeah, and AJ was like, hold on, wait a minute. You talking about tapping out? Man, I made you tap out. What do you think this is? And then, end of the segment. Honestly, that whole match can go either way. I'm leaning more towards AJ winning, but I don't think he does a whole tour. But after he says the phenomenal tour begins, I'm starting to regret it, Loki. I'm starting to think it's starting to lean more towards him losing this. But I'm gonna stand strong in my prediction. I think he wins. I think AJ wins and lasts a little longer. And yeah, that's it. Like I said, this is more of like a filler SmackDown. Not really filler. It wasn't bad, but like more like we're clearly trying to, you know, hold off until the Rumble, and then after that we'll see what happens. Well, let me know your thoughts on SmackDown. Did you enjoy it? Did you not? Did you like the stage? I think the stage looks pretty fire. Slave Neighbor aside, but yeah, SmackDown was cool. Let me know your Rumble prediction. I made mine. They're on screen right now. Watch it, like it, have a good one. Bye.